Hey everyone, Egman here with another video. This time is with so this isn't like just an original deck that I thought of. I kind of remember the Universe 9 decks people built when Shenron first came out, and also especially a special thanks to one of my commenters, Joseph Ziegler, if that's how you say it. He said that during my reviews for Porunga that he's probably only good in kind of a lock deck where the triple attack doesn't really matter. Such as Universe 9, and I'm like, wow, you're right. They probably just care about actually getting out two Bergamos out. So I kind of took that idea and went with it. I looked also at like, just a bunch of other people's Universe 9 decks, kind of get a feel what they did. I mean, obviously you want to run as many of the Trio to Dangers as possible, but I wanted to just do it, just make this deck and kind of get the idea out there for people who are thinking that Porunga is worse than Shenron in every way. Now he's worse than Shenron in every way but one. So that's nice. That's a good boost for his whole morale. But yeah, so let's talk about it. So for Dragon Balls, you gotta run 3 Porunga Dragon's Balls and 3 of the regular Dragon Balls. I think this ratio is really important because they do the exact same thing. There is one star ball, and it's kind of iffy about this, but I think this is probably one of the decks that you'd want to do this. The reason why we only run one is because you can use Porunga to search out the 1-star Dragon Ball for turn 1 always, and that's really good. So our turn 1 play is always going to be find the 1-star Dragon Ball, play it, drop something like a Lavender, a Basil, a Comfrey, or Universe 9 Supreme Cairo is probably the most sought after one. But yeah, something like that, just so you can get your stuff going, and then next turn you can use a Child's Wish to get one of them back, and then this guy can get energy if you hit a Universe 9 card, and just keep going from there. So that's why we're running a single 1-star ball, just to set up the grave a bit. Also, it's good to get the Bergamo in there early, just because he is a 10k combo, and so it can be a little bit tricky to find energy to combo him to get him into the discard pile. So another good target there. After that, we're running 3 Power Burst and 2 Dende New to the Job. Power Burst just because a free negate might be needed. I saw a lot of lists that weren't running negates, and I think you can some decks can probably survive doing that, especially since we're running Sensu Bean. So if we didn't do anything turn 1, we'd probably be okay. But I just threw this just in case, and then put Dende in. I didn't think Kami's would be as good, just because we want to build a big old board, so we don't want to get Kami. Kami'd, so that's why we're doing that, and just drawing a card is fine. So there's that. We're running 4 Child's Wish. There's a lot of targets for this card in our deck, and our combo involves getting 2 of them. And a quick aside about the combo, so the idea is getting all your cards out on the same turn, and so you can do that with first you probably want to get 2 Trio de Danger Bergamo, so you can do that by just doing playing 1, and then either using your ability to play World Peace for free, or do its ability to play World Peace for free. Any combination of the 2 of those, just to get 2 of them out on the board. That's really important. And then you can also get the Lavender and Basil out as well, and they're pretty easy to come out too. So it wouldn't be surprising to have these guys out already, and then go from there. Also being able to use Child's Wish for Comfrey, or however you say his name, to get Bergamo out of your hand, and then playing the other 2 drop for free if you already had a 3 or one of the other ones on the board. That's just bunch of recursion and combos to get the cards you want out on the field. So that's why we're running 4 Child's Wish, just because it gets everything but our 4 drop Bergamo. 4 super combos because we're good. 2 World Peace. I might even drop this down to 1 or 0. I just kind of felt like we needed to run this just to make sure we can get Trio to Danger Bergamo, but the more I think about it, the more this could be just something else. So this could be some experimentation. Don't be afraid to take this out if you don't think you need it. 4 Sensu Bean. I saw some builds that didn't run 4, and I kind of get it because we're kind of at energy starved turn 1, but I think Sensu Bean's really good just for defense, and then also it can be really punishing for having Bergamo out as well. So just thought about that. 2 Dangerous Triangle. You really only want to run 1, but you want to run 2 for just some consistency. Getting the second one sucks, but it's something you have to deal with. So Lavender, Basil, and Bergamo, obviously. So when this card attacks if another trio danger is in play in your battle area, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 4 or less and KO it, so that's really good. Basil, permanent. If another trio danger is in play, this card gets plus 10k power for each 1 energy you have and dual attack. Something really interesting with this card is that it gains dual attack whenever you have that, so you can do some kooky things with having this out. Having like a Lavender out and then comboing it so it doesn't have dual attack anymore, and then summoning another one so it does have a dual attack again. Just some kooky things to give it a like extra attack if you really need it. So there is that. You do lose the you can't use it. So the permanent says you have dual attack during this. So the thing is you can't combo your only trio danger during that turn. So you can't. It's kind of tricky how to do it, but essentially you can if you really need to. You have to get rid of the cards before the end of your attack. Or sorry, you got to get rid of the other trio dangers out during like a combo of another attack that's not a trio danger. So if you attack with Comfrey and combo your trio dangers on the board, and then summon another trio to danger, he gets it. Okay, anyway, I spent way too much time talking about that. Universe 9 Striker Comfrey. So he's just really good. When you play this card, choose up to 1 Universe 9 in your hand with energy cost less than or equal to your total energy and play it. So it's like World Peace from your hand instead. So, and it's a 15k potty, and it's a Universe 9 as well, so that's good. Universe 9 Supreme Cairo. So when you play this card, look at the top 2 cards from the top of your deck, choose any Universe 9 among them, add them to your energy, and rest them in the shuffle your deck. So just really good for just getting some early ramp out. It kind of sucks that they're in rest mode, but what are you going to do about it? So you can play this with Child's Wish on turn 2 and then ramp up to like 3 or 4 energy, and then just keep going from there, especially since a lot of these abilities just use the fact that you have to have that much energy total. It doesn't have to be unrested, like a World Peace or Porunga or Comfrey. That's really important. Are also Indiscriminate Obliteration Sidra. So when you play this card, you may choose 1 card in your life, add it to your hand. If you do so, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle card with energy costs equal or less than your energy and KO it. So just additional KO option there. It's a blocker, which is nice, and it's just an overall solid card. And then lastly, Bergamo, so the card we talked about. The original, the OG Deadly Defender. When Lavender and Basil are in play in your area, all your treated dangers in your battle area are getting barrier, so that's really nice. If you have all 3 of these out, it gets barrier. When this card is attack, gains plus 5k power for duration of the turn, so the first attack he gets 25k, and then you can do Power Burst, so he gains that 10k and the attack is negated, which is really powerful. Or you can even use Blocker, do the same thing, and so he just gains power every time he's attacked. Doesn't even matter if the attack is successfully, like if you survive to combo phase with him, just really powerful. And then I kind of want to talk about a couple of cards that didn't really make the cut, and definitely could, based on experimenting and testing. So no Dragon Radar. I kind of felt like this card might be important just because you really want to get like your Child's Wish value and stuff. So that is something that if I could see some wiggle room being at the World Peace. Sidra could be taken out. I could even see like if you're not afraid of like Kami power or the Kami, the 1-drop Kami, I could see you taking Danger Triangle out. And if you're not as keen about the ramp, if you're afraid about all the other Dendes running around destroying your ramp, you can take this guy out and have some room there. Other than that, I feel like most of these other cards are pretty solid in here. But let me, if you don't think you need negates, take out Power Burst and Dende. Go ahead for it. What else did I consider? The Universe 9 guy. There's let's see, there is Roselle. When you play this card, look at the top 3 cards from your top of your deck. Choose up to 1 Universe 9 among them, add them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So just really powerful. Just a turn 1 play. Since we're using 1-star Dragon Ball, we didn't opt to use this guy at all, just because we want to use 1-star every single one of our turn 1. So that's why that's there. What else? Additionally, I could think of we don't really have a finisher in this deck. I know a lot of decks kind of did use a finisher. And so I kind of, if you're thinking of getting some big old guy to finish the game for you, in case it's just nothing's happening, let's look at cards that I think yeah, Dragon Fist does a really good job at that, just because it's barrier, double strike, and you can return stuff to your opponent's hand. What else is there? This Beerus would be fun. This just has some like energy destruction, stuff like that. You can hard cast Gogeta if you want to, which wouldn't be super difficult in this deck. And then just shuffling all until they have 3 into their hand seems really powerful. I've seen people talk about using the Demigra and also Victory Strike as well. Victory Strike can be super. Does Victory Strike have specific cost? Oh, it's blue. Oh, no, it's green, isn't it? Yeah, it has specific cost. So how? I guess you gotta use like world peace. I've been seeing some people put this in as like an end game, but I guess you have to world peace it out. What else is there? Oob, you need. I mean, you can still play Oob if you want. It's turn 8, but like you get to choose one card from your opponent's life and energy and place it in the bottom of their deck. So that's really good. It's super late, but I mean, go for it. I mean, you don't really care about Hurtigarn, right? Yeah, meh. I'd say this. Okay, this only evolves, and this is, yeah. I'd say the ones to think about would be either like Beerus, Gogeta, or I don't know. I really just like this Beerus. This is really cool. I think that's cool. Or Gogeta, just dropping this for turn, for 7 energy is really good. There's also the Bergamo. There's the other Bergamo. I think it's 5-drop. Yeah, there it is. When Lavender and Basil in your play in your battle area, your opponent can't place cards into their energy area. That's kind of puts the lock in it. I feel like a lot of decks right now like can't really get over the 2 Bergamos with barrier anyways, so I don't feel like energy locking them does anything really. You could I'm probably wrong in a lot of regards in that, but I just don't think it's worth it, so I didn't put this guy in, especially because he's a 10k combo, so the guy that can be kind of cloggy in your hand. There's also I saw people talk about putting Demigra in here just because it's it's a triple strike. You Dark Overwhelming for 7 isn't super hard in this deck. You just destroy your opponent's hand and then you can go in with your other cards, so that's really powerful too. And especially if you didn't need to use your remove 7 Dragon Balls effect to get out your lock, then that's also really powerful too. So that's another thing to consider. Is that it? Can you think of anything else? I don't think it's in this database. There's also like if you really want to get here, give me a sec. All right, it's this one. You can't really see it, but I promise you, it says your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 2 or less can attack. They spoiled it in the video. Right here in this video. This one. Yeah, your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 2 or less can attack. I don't know what its attack is, but my guess is it's 15k because all these guys have 15k so far, i.e. these two. But yeah, this is really good for just controlling the board and making sure you live fast enough, and this can also get brought out by what's his face, Child's Wish. So and this comes out at the same pack as Porunga, so definitely Son Goku striving to be best is a good choice as well for those decks. Whenever any of the databases update with this card, actually, I guess we don't know the attack value, so people aren't using it yet. But anyways, long video short. Here's the video. Here's the deck list. Let me know what you guys think. This is definitely not a final deck list, but just kind of a rough estimate. of where to go forward from. I think Universe 9 Porunga has a lot of potential to be a really good deck just as a lock. I'm not sure if it really needs a win condition right now, or if it just living is the win condition. It definitely isn't the win condition against Miljanimba, but other than that, I feel like it's probably pretty good. Actually, it does stop Miljanimba somewhat because they can't attack with their leader, meaning they can't mill you. Ooh, ideas, right? Anyways, that's going to be it from me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, how you would change this deck, and I will catch you guys next time.